We have come back with a new topic today. Our today's topic is how to accept things that we cannot change. Problems are like upcoming and receding waves in our life. They keep coming and going perennially. Some are easy to navigate, while others are too persistent to tide over. We get upset, spend sleepless nights over them, trying desperately to find ways to get rid of them. Solutions keep eluding us. They are sources of endless worries, anxieties, and stress. Viktor Frankl, the famous psychologist, in his famous book, Man's Search for Meaning, says, if you cannot change the situation which causes your suffering, you can choose to change your attitude. And he practiced it in his own eventful life. We are powerless against situations over which we have no control. What to do in such situations? Should we surrender and become its abject victim? Or should we try to find ways, find mechanisms to cope with them? We cannot win all the wars. We cannot. Sometimes we have to adopt strategies to lie low, to tide over the crisis. You have seen people bathing in the sea, how the big breakers come up and the person dips down into the water and the breaker passes over him and then he comes up again. Thus, we sometimes have to lie low to tide over the crisis. Our thought pattern has a deep impact on our emotional and physical well-being. When we think negatively about ourselves, our body reacts in an adverse way. But when we think positively about ourselves, we feel good. Our body reacts in a healthy way. Now the question is, what to do with the situations when we are unable to bring about any change? We will discuss 8 ways how to react to such situations, how we can accept things in the unchangeable situations in our life. Firstly, avoid trying to control the uncontrollable. See, there are many things in our life which are beyond our control. We cannot bring them under our control in any way, like the behavior, the manners of others. What can you do about it? Without being stressed over such things, what you can do, you can change your attitude, or you can focus on things which you can control and choose your own attitude, your reactions. You can bring changes in your reactions to the problems. Number 2, change your perspective. Look at the situation from a positive point of view. Suppose you are caught in a traffic jam. If you are not in a hurry, if you are not going to attend some urgent business, you can tackle the situation in a fruitful or enjoyable way. How? You needn't look at the traffic jam as a problem. You can take it as an opportunity to enjoy the situation. How? By talking to your co-passengers, by watching the people around, by enjoying some favorite music, or enjoying some alone time. Number 3, look at the big picture. If you cannot change the situation, ask yourself, how important is the problem to you in the coming time, in the coming days or coming years? Is it really worth getting upset over? Does it at all matter if you cannot complete your task? Will you get stuck somewhere? If the answer is no, then you spend your time and energy elsewhere. Number 4, set a standard for yourself. We have a tendency to be perfect. This is one of the sources of our failure. We have to set a reasonable standard which we can achieve, where we can reach. If you set a standard too high for yourself, where it is impossible for you to reach, it brings your failure, results in your worries, anxieties, and frustration. So, why be a perfectionist? Say, fair enough. Number 5, share your feelings. When you are too much tied down by your problems, talk to your friends. Friends whose opinions are valuable to you, who are important in your life. Talk to them, and the process, it has a cathartic effect and you feel relieved. So, whenever you are in a problem where you have got stuck, the situation is unchangeable, talk to your friends, share your feelings with your friends. It helps a lot to relieve you. Number 6, focus on the positive. You can look at the unchangeable situations that stress you out, as an opportunity of learning. We can learn from tough situations, hard situations. They offer us opportunities to learn, to acquire resilience. We can learn from our mistakes. When we are facing major challenges, reflect on them. Use them. Try to look at them as opportunities for personal growth. Reflect on them as much as possible, because we can learn from our mistakes. We can learn from situations which put us to challenges. Number 7, learn to forgive. We should keep in mind that we live in an imperfect world. We all make mistakes. We all have follies and shortcomings. So, it's better to forgive and forget as much as possible. So free yourself from anger and resentment as much as possible. Free yourself from negative energy by forgiving and moving on. Lastly, practice mindfulness. Acceptance is the key word of mindfulness. To be mindful means accepting the situation just as it is. Accepting yourself just as you are. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation or giving up. Acceptance is being in the present moment, taking the situation in its proper spirit and moving on. Personal acceptance is even more powerful. Self-acceptance is embracing all facets of yourself. Your weaknesses, shortcomings, aspects you don't like, and those you admire. When you accept yourself, you are then able to enjoy your successes and smile at your shortcomings. Through self-acceptance, we can get a clarity of the mind. It helps us to work on those things which we need to improve in ourselves. With these words, let's say goodbye today.